So Ferris State is back-to-back Division II national champions, which is awesome. They've won back-to-back, but that isn't the story I wanted to tell today. The story I wanted to tell today was that their coach is going to be suspended, but not suspended the way you think they should be, that you would think. They have racked up over $15,000 to clean and repair damage at McKinney ISD Stadium after the D2 national championship game. And it was not an isolated instance. The two Ferris players lit up cigars during their celebration back at the locker room following the team's second natty. Not a big deal. Joe Burrow did it against LSU, but that was at a professional football stadium. This was at McKinney ISD Stadium, a Texas high school facility where, like most high schools across the country, there is a strict no tobacco policy. They said, there were sources said that the Ferris players did it the same thing the year before. They were issued a fine by the NCAA and were warned to not do it again. Sources in attendance share that the potential use of tobacco was addressed by Coach Ines, and the Ferris staff at the game, but two players chose to ignore those warnings. Also, Ferris players took some decorative Ferris State stickers that were on the walls as mementos of their once-in-a-lifetime experience, something else the NCAA took issue with because, they're going to take it or they'll say, it's like when the Super Bowl, when the team, they make shirts up for the winning and losing team. Well, if the losing team, it's sent overseas. So you'll see, like from the Super Bowl this year, you will see there will be Eagles Super Bowl 57 championship T-shirts in some other country because they made the shirts, they're never going to use them, and it's somewhere else. So maybe they were going to put them somewhere. I'm just rambling right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Well, the statement confirms the coaches addressed both situations immediately, but the NCAA has decided that the appropriate punishment for Coach Ines is to suspend him for a game. But not just any game. They're requiring him to sit out their first future playoff game. Not like 2 games next season, not whatever. Their first playoff game next year, which I never heard before. They appealed it, of course. They didn't accept the appeal. And Doug Samuel says, I've been covering college football for over a decade. I've never heard of a suspension for a future playoff game. Yeah, this is strangely specific. Like, we're not going to suspend you a game or two. We're going to suspend you for the next playoff game next year. And I understand you can't smoke. It's a high school football stadium, which, the high school football stadiums in Texas are like professional football stadiums. In Jersey, I still talk about Tank. I went to American with. He was a wide receiver in Florida. He would have started for my offensive and defensive line. They're just built differently. Texas, Florida, they're just bigger. So they went back-to-back. They stole some mementos. They smoked the locker room. And for that, Coach Ines is being suspended next season. Now, that was one thing that perplexed me today. The second thing that perplexed me was Holly Saunders. Didn't know who she was. She is dating Oscar De La Hoya, the former Olympic and professional boxer. He was married quite a few times, but that's neither here nor there. Who gives a shit? The thing that interests me is she had this idea cooking for a couple of years. She used to be on the Golf Channel, Fox Sports personality, Golf Digest cover girl, turned Instagram star, modeling, whatever, scantily clad, that they're all models, right? They're all models on Instagram. Well, she's starting something called the Topless Sports League in April. She actually shared the news via social media on Monday, linking to a story on chulomagazine.com, which I'd never heard before in my life, but there is a lot of magazines out there. So it's going to be called Exposed Sports. Will feature topless female athletes. These are athletes from tennis, bowling, golf, billiards, wrestling, boxing, track and field, swimming, basketball, video games, and even skiing. Now, some people will call this porn, but these are athletes. Remember that, who are going to be topless. And it's going to be safe environment. And for all you feminists out there, it's going to be a league owned by women and run by women. They're creating opportunities for women, right? I mean, isn't that the most important thing? They are creating opportunities for women. Exposed Sports. So I'm going to watch a woman topless playing video games. I don't even watch other people play video games. And this is an idea that's been, for years she's been thinking about this. April it starts.